All right, here we go. Lil Herb. G Herbo, welcome back.
What's up, bro?
You know,
Thanks for
I've been
having
fucking
me,
with you since
man.
Lil Herb. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
still got to adjust to the G
yeah,
Herbo.
I'm still Lil Herb, man. I'm Lil Herb, I'm G Herbo, Big G Herbo, I'm Herbert Wright, I'm all that, man.
Was there a reason for the name change? You just started getting too tall for Little, or what's the deal?
No, not even a reason. I started, growing, maturing as a man. It was just symbolizing the way I move, think, you know what I'm saying? The G stand for, young general. Everybody around me, you know what I'm saying? Move that way, So it's just, I feel like it's just the process of me growing from a boy to a man, you know what I'm saying? I was out here early, 15, 16, in the streets doing everything I was doing, rapping, everything, so I just grew up early, you know what I'm saying? That's where it came. It naturally came. I ain't changed myself, my name. It was just everybody around me.
I like that. Young General.
Yeah, man.
General Herb. I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah,
I like it. And just to be honest, like, you and I have been doing these interviews now for some years.
yeah.
And I feel like every time we do another one, you continue to grow. And you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
thank,
You're getting
appreciate it.
bigger, the
Thanks,
songs are
man.
getting more traction, the fan base is growing. You don't see that a lot. You see people kind of going up and down and so
Thank you,
forth. A lot of
bro.
Chicago rappers have, gotten hot and then kind of cooled down, but you've continued to kind of stay consistent. Like, what do you think is the secret to you continuously growing like that?
Just being myself, man. Staying true to myself, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I work hard, for sure. I definitely work hard, you know what I'm saying? But just staying true to myself, true to my fans, man. I don't think I ever really did no sucker shit or sold myself, you know what I'm saying, to stay relevant or anything like that. Even when people on the outside might have been saying, oh, Herb ain't been dropping or Herb shit dying down. I always just stayed true to myself and focus on what I'm doing. I know at heart and in my mind, I'm working on my debut album. I'm focused on this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? I just got my first artist, Lil Smoke, so everything, you know what I'm saying, just building for me, and I'm just staying true to myself, staying consistent. I ain't never merged into this lane like, oh, I'm about to do this genre of music. I want to act now, none of that shit, so I'm just focused on me.
I mean, you always hear about artists who turn down collaborations for different reasons and so forth because they feel like they got to stay true to their fan base, like what you're talking about. Like, for example, like Pimp C didn't want to do Big Pimpin'.
Uh,
Like Bun B had to really convince him to finally do it. You know what I'm saying?
that's
And it turned
crazy.
out to be like their biggest hit ever. But
That's
like,
crazy.
certain artists don't want to do certain types of songs. Like, were there times where you got offered something and you're like, this ain't really what I'm trying to do with this,
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, maybe on occasions, but not really. Like, it's never been an artist that I could pinpoint and say somebody told me work with him and I didn't. You know what I'm saying? I always try different things because I'm the type of artist that challenge myself. Like, I would say it hasn't been an artist. It may be a beat, or I'll be like, nah, I ain't fucking with that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as artistry, no, I'm open. You know what I'm saying? I got songs with Yachty, Jeremiah, Uzi. I got fucking country rock songs, you know what I'm saying, with other artists. Like, I got
Wait. You got country rock songs?
yeah, like I got a song with a guy named Travis Marsh, you know what I'm saying? It's like country. He's a country artist, you know what I'm saying?
Like
So
cowboy hat and everything?
Cowboy Hat, like one of those type of songs. And I got a song that I did for the Minister Farrakhan, you know what I'm saying? So it's so many different type of, you know what I'm saying, genres of songs I did because I try to challenge myself. I'm a well-rounded artist, I feel like. I feel like if I can't challenge myself to do a different type of, you know what I'm saying, song, I wouldn't, I don't know, like I got a song with Santa, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you ever heard of Santa. She from Chicago. You Ain't Shit, she a female, she sing. Like, I challenged myself to so much different stuff. So it was never a time where it was an artist I'm like, no, I can't work with him. Even if it's a different artist, I'm gonna challenge my mind to be able to still be myself, though. I'm still true to myself. It's still G Herbo on the track. Don't get me wrong. Don't ever think I'm gonna ever switch my style or try to come out of my comfort zone to be with an artist. But it's never been a point where I said, no, I can't do this, do that. Cause like you said, it might turn out to be my big hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was in the studio, like Rollin, Southside, I didn't really want to do that beat. I ain't know how to do it, like I didn't know how to do up-tempo beats. I was just rapping for 3 minutes, not recording hooks, none of that. Like, I ain't do a hook. I ain't know how to record hooks. And Southside told me, like, man, get on there and just rap about rolling, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's when I was on drugs and shit heavy, so I was in the studio really rolling, so I did the beat and it came out to be one of my biggest songs, like Pull Up. I heard that beat and who was that? That's a soft, that's not me, you know what I'm saying? That's not the style of music that I do, so I always try to challenge myself to different things. That's probably what makes me the artist I am. Be a country rock, like a country rock artist, playing guitars and all kind of shit.
Yeah, they put on cowboy boots up in here.
Yeah, I had on like my Black Panther gear and everything, you know what I'm saying? Black leather trench coat, black slacks.
I see what it is. I see what it is.
Yeah.
All right, man. Do your thing. Do your thing. Well, how many views did this get? Hold on.
I'm not sure.
Not a lot of views, but fuck it.
I don't know. That's his. I ain't really promote it. It was just, you know, he got his own fan base. It made sense at the moment I did it.
Hey, fuck it, man. Just keep working. You know, that's the key to it. Just
Exactly.
keep working. Now, speaking of work, Humble Beast is finally coming out. The debut album from G Herbo. He's been lying to all his fans all these years about when it's coming out. You know, deceiving them, giving them a date, and not honoring
man,
it.
It's all about perfect timing. I don't think I ever really shot a date out. I told him like, man, I might do it this time. I might do it here. It's all about timing with me, man. You know, and then right now it's laying out perfectly. Like I've never been this more excited or happy about anything, any body of music I ever had. You know what I'm saying? Like this might be my best project to date. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just excited, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't rush greatness, man. I want to go back and be able to play this 15, 20, 30 years from now. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to be true to me and who I am and who I become. And it's going to reflect on who I will be 10, 15 years from now. So
Yeah, no doubt. So, London on the track, did some production, No ID,
yeah.
who just did Jay-Z's whole album, and I think Vic Mensa's whole album too.
Yeah. Some of the records
Producers at
came.
Southside, and then of course you got Young Chop.
Yeah, I got a nice lineup when it comes to producers, you know what I'm saying? But like some of my songs, like when Jay-Z dropped, when he dropped 444, like one of my songs on there that's like the hardest shit, it came from inspiration to me listening to 444. I went straight to the studio. Like when he dropped it, I heard it and I went straight to the studio the same day, bro. So you know what I'm saying? Hov and No ID inspired me on a whole nother level, you know what I'm saying? Like No ID, I gave him credits on my album and everything just for inspiration, you know what I'm saying? Motivational purposes. Like every time I'm around him, just anything he say, like even if it's 10 words, it means something, you know what I'm saying? He telling me how to push myself and, you know what I'm saying, strive on a whole nother level. He had me in my first glass house, like all around glass crib. I was like 16, you know what I'm saying? So I'll never forget that.
Well, yeah, you know, people sometimes forget that No ID is from Chicago.
Yeah, he from Chicago.
You know, because he does so much other shit.
That's
You
the
know,
big
like
homie.
the Logic and all these other non-Chicago artists,
Yeah.
and Jay-Z, of course. But No ID
That's a
was kind of
Chicago
like the original,
native, man.
Sort of
That's
like sample.
That's one
Chicago
guy who
producer,
been
you
in
know what I mean?
LA. How long he been in LA? Over 10 years, and he's still Chicago dude. Like he's not LA 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 Land. He's Chicago at heart. So it don't matter where you go. You know what I'm saying? If you true to yourself and true to where you come from, that's gonna always be you. Like he still talk, act, swag like a Chicago dude. Everything.
Yeah, no, I mean, he goes back to like Common's first album. And
Exactly.
Stuff like that. So really like a big Chicago legacy.
Yeah, and I
in terms of what he
always.
does. And you know, he like
Yeah.
I think like Kanye got first introduced to him. He
Sure.
was the
I was
first one to
always
kinda
familiar with
co-sign
No
Kanye.
ID, you know what I'm saying? Because my uncle, he passed away, K-Tone, you know what I'm saying? So No ID knew my uncle who passed, you know, so I always was familiar with all the Chicago legends and just hip-hop, do or die, everything that had something to do with Chicago hip-hop. I'm a fan of it, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's in me, it's in my blood already, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm with one of the Chicago GOATs right now, Chicago legend. Every day he molded me, he raised me, Mickey Halstead, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even be who I am right now if it wasn't for him, you know, so.
Of course, Mickey Halstead. Kanye fucks with him heavy.
Yeah, man, you know, so, it's just that Chicago, it's in me, you know what I'm saying? I came up listening to Bump J, Slap Polaroid, you know what I'm saying, before I even thought about picking up a microphone. So that's what I always had building in my head, you know, Chicago stories, just everything that I'm going through and want to go through and see myself in 5, 10 years. That's what my music reflect on, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I get it from Chicago artists and New York artists, honestly.